Hello and welcome to Tabletop Odyssey. My name is Jay, and today I just want to talk about, very briefly, the X-Wing 2.0 app, but not really about X-Wing. I want to talk about Star Wars Legion, and I think, they've had FFG have had a few problems with the X-Wing app, but they fixed them quite quickly, which is quite pleasing to see. Or they fixed a lot of the issues quite quickly, which is quite pleasing to see. What I would very much like to see, though, is for them to take this idea and do it with the other games. Now, obviously, the reason they have to do it with X-Wing is that they came up with the idea of not having the points on the cards, and they're having the points on the app. And if you want to play and you want to make a proper list, you've got to look there. Right, perfect, nice idea. I would very much like to see that adopted across the other games. Obviously, I prefer Star Wars Legion, so that's the game I'm really hoping it comes to, but I don't see any reason that this couldn't go to Armada. You know what I mean? Maybe even Destiny. I don't know too much about Destiny, so I'm not even sure it's applicable, but Legion would be the one that I'm personally interested in. And I don't think it, if you had the points on the card but everybody knew there had to be an app, it wouldn't be a problem if the points on the app overrode the points on the card. It wouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean? It would be fine. If you've got to submit your list from this app anyway, and all it would do would be that people who didn't have the app could still play a game, but not in a tournament, but they could still play the old rules kind of thing. Obviously, the balance might not be as correct if the points have been changed and stuff like that, but I feel like an app is the best way for them to rebalance Legion. Let's for example look at the Airspeeder, right? Now, if you just put that in the FAQ, the Airspeed is 25 points cheaper. Also, I'm just making this up. I'm not trying to balance the game. What happens, right? Well, anybody who knows about it can play with it cheaper. Fine. Do you know what I mean? That would be a nice, fine way of doing it. And anybody who didn't would be playing with the old rules. So, if you had an app, it would just make that process easier, because when you were building your list, you'd have to include it. I just feel like I'm hoping this is a trend and not a one-off. And I just wanted to come on and pray and beg FFG to adopt the web app for other games. Yes, I know you didn't get the praise and the we love you, FFG, when it first came out, but you've done a very good job fixing them. And I would love to see it for Legion. And I'm really struggling in my head to think why they wouldn't, and I can't really find a good reason. And what's weird about it is every time I saw FFG being yeah, this app's such a great idea, we can balance it on the fly, we can do this, a bit of me was you announced X-Wing 2 a month and a half after Legion, why did you not do this for Legion? I was you can't big it up for one of your systems and then just be yeah, but for Legion it's not applicable. Come on. I mean, just announce that it's coming would be nice. Maybe you could just say, yeah, when the Clone Wars come out for Legion, we're going to do a web app and an app, and it will redo the points, and that's what you should use going forward. And I'd be yay! It's one of those things that it would be a nice announcement to make without having to actually do anything right now. And I can't, as I said, I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't. And I don't want to just come on and be come on, FFG, but it's we're seeing the X-Wing app exist. It seems to function. People are happy enough with it now that they're fixing stuff, and you just announce it for Legion and then Armada and go on like that. I've spoken in the past how I actually think a lot of games should go digital. I think Kill Team, that's going to have a web app builder thing, but I feel they should have ways to manage campaigns and have phone apps and stuff like that. And I think it's something that tabletop companies really need to start thinking about more consistently. For example, I think Guild Ball, they're going to an all digital system, and I think that's a great idea. Obviously I'm not claiming, I don't know who did it originally, but any company that's going like that, to me, deserves praise, and we should try and support it. Now, I know the reverse side of this is I don't have internet, or I don't have a phone or something. I think like it must be a very small percentage of people who have a digital device, but and no internet, or have no digital device and no internet. And I would still say like you can still play, because you know, if Legion's sake, you would have the points on the card, but like you may maybe get to a library and get the points. Like I just sort of feel like there's probably an alternative. And if you're watching this video, you're obviously watching something online. So I can sort of understand it in one way, that, you know, it might be difficult, but I think there's probably a solution somewhere. Maybe like it lets you download the app and you don't have to be online to use the system, or, you know, to use the points. Maybe that would be good. So you could go to your library, download it, or what have you. Maybe even you browse it on the screen and you can print off the points. I think FFG do that. So I think there's probably a solution somewhere if not. Yeah, that's it. I just want to talk. You know, I'm not pleading directly with FFG to be like, make an app, but as I said, I can't see why we wouldn't get one eventually, at least. Let me know your thoughts. Is it an app something you really want to see, or do you think I'm crazy? But it's a horse that I'm going to beat till it's dead, so expect that. Anytime that somebody does like a web app, I'll probably mention it, that kind of thing. Yes, so that's it. If you like this video, do like. If you're not already subscribed, then please do. If you want to support me on Patreon, there'll be a link here, and I really appreciate anybody who does that. And you should have a most beautiful day. Goodbye. Bye.